Last week, we came up with the perfect plan to slow down the other members of our server in the space race by demonizing the idea of pulling lava out of the nether. And right as I was about to celebrate their lack of power consumption capabilities, I found out that everything completely backfired because now they've built this. Now with their windmills, they don't have to do anything. It is now time to push forward with Operation Bury Sigma and Peaches in so many legal documents that it begins to spill straight out of their ears. But before we get in on that, there's something else very important that we need to go and do. I was really looking forward to showing you guys all the progress that Amelia had made. However, I was very disappointed when I just stepped down there moments ago. And, well, we found a problem with Amelia. Amelia can't go through chance cubes. If the chance cube shows up, she'll leave it, but if a chance cube's directly in her path, she gets stuck, and then all she does is return back. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I didn't think about this. Yeah, there's a bit of mobs down there. We're gonna need at least some sort of ammo here. I don't have much, but this will do. I also took one of my basic drills, and we put Fortune on it, or Silk Touch. Yeah, Silk Touch on it. Hopefully, Silk Touch is gonna be able to pick up those chance cubes. We're gonna find out here in a second. A few weeks back, we broke a chance cube, and it ripped a hole right through the middle of the base. It was a single block away on either side from taking out some very expensive and time-consuming equipment. But we got lucky, and it's not something that I ever wanted to gamble with again. Thankfully, these chance cubes were nothing to worry about. One teleported us, the other gave us some seeds, a bucket, and a hoe, and the last one struck us with lightning and consequently lit us on fire. And thankfully, that was all. All right, well, there goes Amelia, kind of off in the distance. Good luck. And you know, now that Amelia is doing all the hard work for us, why don't we head back up to the surface and check on our excavator, as well as begin the next project. Check this out. Our excavator we built a long time ago, it's now completely running empty. We've cleared out all of the items from the chunk, which I mean, in some ways isn't a good thing because we don't get any more iron out of it, but I mean, we're sitting at 14.2k iron ore. I'm not really complaining. You also might have spotted the 36,000 paper, and don't worry, that's gonna be coming up very shortly here. It's truly diabolical. But we can shut that down now and I'll disassemble it later, and then we'll probably go and we'll turn that one on. Now, I've gotten a little bit more work done with this since the last time you guys saw it, and our Overworld Conservancy building is starting to really come together. On the other side, we've got another little outcrop. We've got some nice glass coming in, lots of plants. It's gonna keep going up, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it turns out. Shutting down Peaches and Sigma's lava generators, it didn't really go exactly according to plans. So our next big plan is gonna be involving open computers and open printers. It's taken a little bit of time these last couple days having to learn how to program Lua. I'm nowhere near an expert, but I've learned enough to be able to get some basic programs working. With the most important thing being able to write some basic programs that take something simple like a small document and print it out inside the open printer. However, with a catch. This exporter is constantly supplying the printer with paper. We've also got another exporter on the back constantly supplying it with black ink. That means theoretically we could go and constantly print out paper, right? We'll check this out. If we come down to the floor just below, you're gonna see a beautiful new construction that we put together. Each printer is gonna be constantly printing out its own document, and then the hoppers are gonna be sucking them out, and we have the 5 different printers to the 5 different points of our ender chest. Because I noticed something special when I was snooping through Sigma's base a couple days ago. I don't have the ability to fly, but I do have grapple hooks now, which have made this process so much easier. So Sigma has this huge, massive farm, but if you look in there, he's got himself an ender chest. I'm positive it's 3 line, and if I'm correct, that means all we need to do is connect our ender chest that's gonna be constantly filled up with all these documents to his ender chest, and it's gonna flood his system with our legal documents. He's gonna run out of storage space. If we can't slow down Sigma and Peaches through power, we'll slow them down through storage. Now, there's one extra step added onto this plan that I think takes it from a good plan to a truly diabolical one. All we've got to do here is we've got to go print loop, and then we've got to type in administrative data. And now what this is, oh, that's print lupo. And now what this is gonna do is it's gonna take the document I've written out called administrative data, and it's gonna start constantly reprinting it out. But I've done something on top of this, and you're gonna see right here. Look at the name, administrative data 2. Administrative data 3, administrative data 4. So every time it prints out a new document, it's got a new name on the end of it. We're gonna be doing this with 5 different kinds of documents. The server we play on also restarts at regular intervals, but what's great is that doesn't mean anything for this, because open computers, when a server restarts, it just continues back off where it was, so these things will be going infinitely. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So we've done administrative data, let's start the next one here. Green crime, oh look, there we go. Print loop environmental consequences. consequences, front loop resource depletion, and now I don't want to be a total jerk, so what I've done is I've given him a cake recipe. One of the actually best cakes I've ever had. When it prints out the document, it's gonna look like this, so he knows how to make a cake, right? Buckets of milk, globs of sugar, eggs, bundles of wheat. It shows him how to put it on the crafting table. He knows it'll last forever. Sure, we're kind of sending him a bunch of legal documents, but I mean, now he's got his own little beautiful cake that he can go and chow down on, so it's not all bad, right? Except for the fact that, you know, it's gonna get hundreds of thousands of recipes of this stashed into his storage. Print loop, cake recipe. Done. So we've got all 5 of these running. Now, this is all a bit of a gamble because I don't actually know if his ender chest is gonna pull everything in and exactly how all of that's gonna work, but I'm really hoping his ender chest is connected to a system. If it's not connected to a system, then none of this is gonna work. Because this is full right now. Oh my god, it's working. Oh my god, it's working. They're all being sucked into his system. I was really worried when I was first setting this up, because if he didn't have all of the upgrades on his importer, this wasn't gonna work at very good speeds. But because he's got the full upgrades, it sucks it all in instantly. Oh my god, his system's gonna be completely full. He is not gonna know what to do. This is working far better than I thought it was going to. Look at that, the printers are just going. We're on cake recipe 15. Oh my god, this is great. I don't know if we're allowed to do this. I kind of want to sneak into his base and quickly look at his storage. I just want to see all of the papers in it. Can we do that? Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Environmental consequences. Oh my god, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's not filling up as fast as I was hoping it would, but I mean, it'll get there eventually, right? I'm pretty sure we'll be able to leave this going for a week and Sigma won't even realize it. Oh, this is too good. If you remember last week, we showed the designs for the rocket set we were going to be building, and we did some place kind of up front, right out in center that everybody would be able to spot. So I thought, what better place to do it than right up here? If we build it right here, it's one of the highest points in the area, so everybody's gonna be able to see it. Plus, underneath his Godrill's base, if they go to dig down to try and investigate and find what kind of secrets I could be hiding around it, they won't find anything, because I can't build down. Future home of, oh, hi, buddy. Buddy just came downstairs. I switched over to my live stream thing so you guys can see it. He heard sounds, so he's like, oh, is he streaming? Do I get my treats? Because I always give him treats right at the beginning of every stream. But I don't have anything for you today. Sorry, buddy. But this shall be the future home of Spentaneous's very large rocket launch pad. Yes. That way everybody knows nobody will build there because we don't have the resources that we need for it yet. If we're gonna make this rocket as believable as possible, we're gonna need to build it out of a lot of steel. And steel production is not an easy thing to come by. So I've spent a lot of my week working on this right here. Our refinery, or steel production area, depending on how you want to call it. We have 4 arc furnaces being powered by 6 diesel generators that are all having their biodiesel sent to them straight from all the refinery processes, powered by the Great Potato Pipeline. If we hadn't built that, I don't know what we'd be doing right now. I only just got the refinery up and operational yesterday, so it's still a little bit behind on some of its resource production. We gotta wait for all the coal coke to get finished processing. It's the slowest part, so once that gets done, we're pretty much good to go and we can start building the rocket. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, I've got another exciting thing I'm working on, and it's the next floor to the basement. I've laid out a whole bunch of different kinds of blocks that I'm going to be looking at, trying to figure out the design of how I want the floor to look. I kind of really like the looks of this here. I'll find something that goes well with this floor, but I think this just gives those evil base vibes that I'm really looking for right now. But you might be wondering, Spencer, why build another basement floor? I mean, you've already got so much space already. Well, because we need another floor to be able to work on more projects. For example, these turrets. We need to be able to find something powerful enough to stop Sigma in case whatever biological DNA crazy witchcraft voodoo magic that he's been working on. If this DNA stuff just snapped in his head and he finally went crazy, there's nothing we'd be able to do to stop him. So we're gonna find something that we can. I've got a few ideas in mind. Nothing's really given us any results yet, but we'll see how things go. I'm really hoping by next week I'm gonna have the whole design for the bottom floor here kind of set up and in place so that we can really see how it looks. As well as I'm hoping to get at least half of the rocket built and put together. We're not gonna have any of the mechanisms set up yet or the teleportation yet because we still gotta wait for Amelia to finish what she's doing, which she still might be a little bit of time, especially if she's gonna keep getting stopped by all of those different chance cubes. So we'll see what happens there.